Hello, my beautiful soul. I'm Selena Hart, and today, June 18th, I invite you into a sacred moment of stillness beneath the stars, where the moon has just entered the realm of Scorpio, your sign of depth, mystery, and emotional alchemy. This is not an ordinary day, Scorpio. This is a day where the veil thins between what you feel and what is true, between what you've buried and what now rises to be seen, not to hurt you. As Mercury forms a flowing trine to Neptune, your imagination, memories, and intuition become a sacred current, pulling you gently into the ocean of your inner knowing. You may find yourself dreaming of someone from your past, or waking with the undeniable urge to write something your soul has been whispering for months. None of this is random. The universe is speaking to you now, not in words, but in symbols, in sensations, in waves of emotion that bypass logic and go straight to the truth. So today, don't rush, don't push, just listen, let your inner world speak. Because what's surfacing now holds the key to a freedom you didn't know you were still seeking. Let's begin. As the moon enters Scorpio today, your emotional world deepens, and the truth begins to rise, not as facts, but as feelings, dreams, and quiet instincts that refuse to be silenced. With Mercury in Cancer forming a trine to Neptune in Pisces, you're being guided not by logic, but by intuition. The universe is whispering through symbols, memories, and soft inner nudges, asking you to pause, reflect, and feel your way forward. You may sense it's time to walk away from something familiar, not because it no longer matters, but because you've grown beyond it. This is a sacred act of self-love. At the same time, there may be a gentle message reaching you today, perhaps from someone in your past or from your own heart, reminding you that healing can be quiet and deeply kind. And then there's the deeper call, the one you can't ignore, a sense of spiritual urgency, a knowing that something within you is ready to rise. Don't overthink it, trust it. You're not meant to stay the same. You're meant to transform. Financially, June 18 is a day to move with caution and care. With the moon entering Scorpio and Mercury's trine to Neptune casting a dreamy, intuitive light over your mind, clarity may feel more emotional than logical. This makes it a powerful time to reflect on your relationship with abundance, but not the best moment to make bold investments or major spending decisions. If something feels uncertain or too good to be true, trust that feeling. Wait until the fog lifts. That said, don't ignore the subtle sparks of inspiration that may arrive. You could receive a creative idea or a quiet nudge toward a new source of income. Write it down. This seed may take root in the future, especially if you nurture it patiently. Under this energy, some of the most powerful shifts come not from action, but from awareness. You're also being reminded to pay attention to the little things, receipts, account details, missed messages. Mercury's influence can create forgetfulness or miscommunication, so double check everything. A misplaced detail could become a bigger issue if left unattended. Your lucky numbers for today are 7, 14, 21, 28, 33, and 49. These numbers carry a frequency of thoughtful growth, steady transition, and emotional intelligence. Exactly what this moment asks of you. Let them guide your mindset more than your risk. When it comes to work today, Scorpio, give yourself permission to pull back from the noise. The moon in your sign is drawing your focus inward, while Mercury trine Neptune enhances your inner vision rather than outward productivity. If you're not feeling drawn to meetings, brainstorming sessions, or collaborative efforts, that's okay. This is a day for silent focus, private creativity, and deep mental work. If your path involves writing, content creation, research, or any form of soulful strategy, today's energy is your ally. What you produce now may carry a rare depth and resonance, even if it doesn't come out quickly. There's magic in solitude today, and don't be surprised if an old idea, one you set aside long ago, begins to stir again. It may return in a new form or with a clarity that wasn't available before. This is not about forcing something to happen. It's about allowing something meaningful to reemerge on its own terms. Quiet doesn't mean stagnant. Sometimes the most profound progress happens in stillness. In love, Scorpio today brings a deep and almost haunting quiet. A stillness that may feel unfamiliar but is rich with emotional undercurrents. With the moon now in your sign and Mercury trining Neptune, your heart is more receptive than ever, sensing truths that words can't express. If you're in a relationship, don't be alarmed by a moment of silence or emotional distance. It isn't detachment, it's depth. Both of you may be navigating feelings too complex to articulate just yet. For those who are single, this is a day when soul energy speaks louder than physical presence. You may feel connected to someone without understanding why, or catch yourself thinking of a past love with unexpected clarity. These impressions are part of the Neptune influence, intuitive and symbolic, not always literal. However, be mindful of illusion. Mercury and Neptune together can blur boundaries between hope and reality, especially in matters of the heart. Sweet words, promises, or sudden messages may not carry the weight they appear to. Listen to your intuition. If something feels off beneath the surface, honor that instinct. Today is a time for feeling deeply, not deciding quickly. Let the heart speak, but let the soul interpret. Your body is speaking softly today, Scorpio, but it's saying something important. With the moon moving through your sign and Mercury's intuitive dance with Neptune, your nervous system may be absorbing more than you realize. You might feel unusually tired, emotionally heavy, or dream-filled to the point of exhaustion. This isn't weakness, it's energetic saturation. You are processing emotions that aren't always yours, and your sensitivity is heightened. Give yourself permission to rest without guilt. If you feel the need to nap, disconnect, or simply sit in stillness, follow that impulse. Avoid stimulants like caffeine and minimize screen time before bed, especially social media or overstimulating content. These things can further disrupt the delicate balance your system is trying to restore. To support your healing, try taking a warm bath, listening to soft music in the 432 Hz frequency, or practicing a few minutes of breath-centered meditation before sleep. Even small rituals can help reset your internal rhythm and allow your intuition to flow without overwhelming your body. Today is not about pushing through, it's about honoring the quiet call for care. Today, Scorpio, family and ancestral ties may rise to the surface in subtle but powerful ways. You might feel a wave of sadness, a sense of distance, or even a heaviness that seems to come from nowhere. With the moon in your sign and Neptune active through Mercury's trine, emotional memories, some of which may not even be yours, are asking to be seen and released. This is what it means to carry generational energy, to feel what was never spoken, to heal what was never acknowledged. You are being called to become a vessel of compassion, not by fixing the past, but by offering presence to it. If you find yourself overwhelmed by emotions that don't quite make sense, try writing a letter you never send, lighting a candle for your lineage, or simply placing a hand on your heart and whispering, "I see you. I understand. I forgive." This act of quiet reverence can begin a ripple of healing that moves through time, both backward and forward. It's not about blame, it's about release. Your awareness is the medicine, and today, that medicine is needed more than you know. When it comes to connection today, Scorpio, seek out those who speak the language of emotion without needing to explain it. You're most aligned now with signs that move intuitively, who understand the depth beneath your silence and the meaning behind your glances. Pisces brings soulful resonance, a sense that your heart can exhale around them. Together, you create a safe space for unspoken truths and spiritual insight to rise gently to the surface. Cancer, too, holds a healing presence today. Their nurturing nature helps soothe old wounds, and you may find unexpected comfort in their emotional honesty. Virgo, though different in expression, offers grounding. They help you take your feelings and translate them into tangible steps. Especially helpful while Mercury's trine to Neptune blurs boundaries. Be mindful around Sagittarius or Aquarius today, not because they don't care, but because their energy may feel too detached or overly conceptual for what you're navigating. If you're craving deep emotional attunement, lean toward those who can meet you at the heart, not just the mind. Let resonance, not logic, guide your closeness today. Your lucky color for today, Scorpio, is indigo, the deep, mystical hue that resonates with intuition, spiritual healing, and inner sight. It's the color of the third eye, the portal between what is seen and what is felt. And under today's skies, with the moon in your sign and Mercury aligned with Neptune, it holds even more power. Wearing indigo or simply surrounding yourself with it can help sharpen your intuitive awareness and bring a sense of quiet clarity to your inner world. If you're feeling overwhelmed by emotion or unsure of what you're sensing, this color becomes your ally, anchoring you in calm as you receive insight from deeper dimensions. Light a purple or indigo candle, wear something dark and rich in tone, or meditate with your eyes gently closed, imagining that color enveloping you like a protective cloak. Indigo doesn't demand answers. It invites understanding. And that's exactly what your soul is reaching for today. Your affirmation for today, Scorpio, is I release illusions and listen to the truth within me. Let these words anchor you as Mercury and Neptune stir the emotional waters. Illusions may feel tempting, even soothing, but they're not your truth, and your intuition knows the difference. This isn't about rejecting dreams. It's about clearing the fog so your inner voice can be heard clearly. Repeat this affirmation whenever you feel overwhelmed and let it guide you back to what's real, grounded, and meant for you. And as we close today's journey, Scorpio, I want to remind you, this softness you're feeling, this quiet pull inward, is not weakness. It's your strength returning in a new form. The universe isn't asking you to have it all figured out right now. It's simply inviting you to listen to your breath, your dreams, your intuition. That's where your truth lives. I'm Selena Hart, and it's always an honor to walk beside you through these cosmic thresholds. If today's message stirred something in your heart, I hope you'll carry it with gentleness. And if you need to come back to this space, know that I'll be here, where the stars meet your soul and transformation begins. Until next time, take exquisite care of your light. You're not just evolving, you're remembering who you really are.